Hey. So Danny Bauer here from Better Leaders, Better Schools, and I want to talk about goals versus systems. It's just something I'm thinking about. Have a podcast recorded in 7 minutes at 1 Eastern, so I'm going to make this quick and add some value to you in your midday afternoon, a little inspiration here. So there's a great book I love called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he has a quote that I absolutely love. Let me read it to you real quick. James says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." So, James Clear, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And for me, I find aspirational goals super motivating. They're incredible, right? Like, it's a reach thing. It's somewhere that you want to go, an idealized version of the future. Viktor Frankl said that man's pushed by his drives and pulled by his values. So the goals push you. They push you to an idealized version of the future. But the real reason that you can experience even more success, or when I feel like I experience success in my life, that's because I have systems that support me in attaining those goals. And so, what I want to do here is just share like 4 ideas that you can plug into your system to help you experience more success in your life. So, 4 ideas. One would be limit the amount of goals you actually go after. So, I've heard this for years. I've heard this for absolutely like probably decades. And it takes some time to implement. But for me, it's all about getting smaller and smaller in terms of what I'm trying to achieve. So if you have 10 goals, if you have 20 goals, it's going to be very difficult, right? The sweet spot for me is to have about 3 goals. And if you look at a book like Measure What Matters, that's by John Doerr, he talks about objectives and key results. He recommends between 3 and 5 objectives and key results, OKRs. And so I will, share that with you. Keep your focus tight. Have about 3 goals, no more than 5. When I do that too, 5 goals, I have 3 that are very specific to Better Leaders, Better Schools. There's one that's kind of overarching in terms of growing the business and leveling that all up. And then I have a personal goal as well. So you can play around with how those work for you. All right, that's all I have to say about limiting your focus. Next thing is just make your goals public, right? So when you talk about things out there in public, now you're on the hook. And so something that, I do this all the time on the website. I post my goals. At the end of each quarter, I have a reflection and I talk about if I achieved them or not. And there's a quantitative and a qualitative aspect to that. And so some goals that I can make public for you would be, writing a best-selling book. And so I have a book coming out in September. You may have seen me posting about that recently. Do I have it? Here's a little thing here. But I love writing my goals on note cards, right? Boom. And you can see on the note card, there's a date, and then there's the actual words right here. I read these every morning and every evening. And so one of my goals is to have my book on the mastermind that I'm publishing with Corwin, that I want that to be a bestseller in 6 months. And so it releases in September. That means by the end of March 2022, my book will be a bestseller. And I'm following a plan that I call the perennial seller plan. That perennial seller, if you're a creative, if you are creating things and you want them to last, I highly recommend that. It's by Ryan Holiday. The other thing too, if you're watching this live video and either this is you or you know somebody, I'm looking for the right people who are experts in book launches that could help me make this book a bestseller. I'm confident with the plan I have, but I'll be even more confident with the right people on the team. So that's just something. So make your goals public. That's all I have to say about that one. So part 3, and I already kind of talked about this already, is keep score. So not only do you make your goals public, but you keep score based on what you're doing. So today, I could tell you in terms of this week, I am 5 for 6 so far, and I don't know what the percentage is. Let me look that up. 5 divided by 6 is 83%. I've taken action on 83% of my tasks that are aligned with my major goals, right? And it's very important to not look day by day and evaluate. Like, you keep score every single day, but you need to zoom out, forest from the trees. And what really matters is your quarterly performance. What I've found is if I'm taking action at higher than 80% completion rate of tasks aligned to my major goals, then I get a lot of important stuff done. So that's your benchmark, is 80%, but keep score. Make sure that you keep score. And that's all I want to say about that. Okay, last thing in terms of goals and systems, part of my system is blocking off. I talk a lot and I teach and coach on the ideal week. So I'm not going to do a deep dive video here on how to create your ideal week, but I will share one big idea. For me, my creative time and my best time to work is in the morning. And so I protect that time. I actually had a hard conversation with a client I love, and I get to coach. I have the privilege of coaching. She's a leader down in Florida. We've been meeting in the morning. Well, I've revised my ideal week. I have to protect that morning time just for creative work. And I moved all coaching appointments and administrative stuff and meetings to the afternoon. That's how I want to live. That's my best version of my week. And so creative time is protected only for the mornings. All right. So that's all I have to say there. I have to run to record my podcast now. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, go over there, subscribe to my channel. But at the very least, would you please like this video if you got value? Share it across your social channels. And I'd love to hear an answer to this question as well. So in terms of your system, when it comes to productivity, achievement, and goals, what is something that works for you? So regarding your system, what's something that works well for you? It's Danny Bauer, Chief Ruckus Maker over at Better Leaders, Better Schools. By the way, these shirts available, betterleadersbetterschools.com/shop. The shop is open. Hope you have a great day. Love you. Keep making a ruckus. Bye for now.